Hello, David Violet here. Would you like to steal 5 or 10 seconds from Father Time over and over and over and over and over again as you're doing your consecutive interpreting with notes, but only pay for it once? Only pay those 5 or 10 seconds once, and yet you get to take them over and over again for every idea, every page, all that extra time to think. If you'd like to find out, stick around. I'm going to show you a little video of our practice where we look into that. Yeah, that's rather is the one of the very best ways. You said sorry, and rather is a bit better. And if you know, a couple of people now have pointed out that the thing is you started out by saying something different, right? You were deriving something logical, but it turned out to be not right, and so you started over again, which is okay. But let me say, and I just had a private class with 2 students, and we really talked a lot about this thing about scanning ahead. This is really interesting, I think. You can give yourself a lot more thinking time by looking at something earlier. And it's not going to add time to your total talk, or not much. Let's say, Eric, that you were looking at something and 2 seconds later you said it. Let's say that you added 5 seconds to that. So you looked at something and 7 seconds later you said it. So, and you do that all the way through, giving yourself 5 extra seconds for absolutely everything. You're only adding 5 seconds to the total time. You're not adding a whole bunch of time. What I'm saying is it's sort of like the lag in simultaneous. So when you look ahead and see something earlier, 5 seconds earlier, it's when you got there, maybe it's at the bottom of your page like it was for me, and while you're saying, see, I had it way down here. It's survival I have. If I had seen that when I'm up here, and I go, okay, what's happening there? And I'm talking about this. What's happening there? Oh, I remember, because I see the rest of the idea. I see the rest of the idea over here. So my point is, if we look ahead, and not just look, if we reflect with a few extra seconds, we're adding very little to the total time, and we're giving ourselves that extra time all the way through. It's kind of interesting mathematically. You can give yourself 5 or 10 extra seconds, and you're only adding a total of 5 or 10 seconds to your speech, even though you have that extra time to think about each item. And I think on that one point, and maybe even on the 90, when you said 19, if you had more time to think about it, you might have gotten, oh, he must have said 90. I don't know. That might not be the case. But having that extra time can be such a luxury. The other thing I don't want to forget to say, Eric, that it was really, really good. You're smooth, you're sure of yourself, you're very professional. I found it was absolutely professional level. You could do that in a work, and everybody would be happy. And except for maybe the numbers, when you get those off by that much, it's a bit disappointing for a real audience. So your method is great, and you're really a good interpreter. Try this, and I recommend it to everybody. Try this thing about giving yourself more time by looking ahead. Not just looking ahead in the notes, but thinking about it. It's like driving a car. If you look 3 lights down the road, you'll know whether to start accelerating or not. And but at the same time, you're going to be looking at each light. The first one you see, the second one you see, the third one you see. So you want to be scanning all that space. And try to do that in your notes, which means sometimes turning the page and holding it like I just showed you. Even though you're talking about something up here, you might want to look at the next page there to figure something out. Hope that makes sense.